Majak Daw, morning.
Morning, Neil.
Thank you for coming in.
My pleasure.
Okay, you came here at age 11, so you probably were in the position at that age that some of these young troublemakers were.
Yeah, that's right. I came here when I was 11 and I didn't speak a word of English, so had to work on that. But I don't think, well, when I was 11, I wasn't definitely breaking into cars or stealing people's phones.
Did you get into any trouble?
No, I didn't. I came from a pretty strong family, mum and dad, and they made sure I did the right thing or I was in trouble. So.
Did you feel isolated? You're even at 11, I assume you were tall. You're a big, strong man. You stand out without your colour, without being black. You'd stand out anyway with your physique. Did you feel isolated or different?
I did at the time. Coming here, I didn't. I didn't feel I was part of the place. For obvious reason, my skin colour, spoke differently. I mingled with the South Sudanese community, and I think at the time it didn't really affect me too much as a young kid because I came home and I was in a protected environment, so it didn't really affect me too much. When we moved here, so Dad really set some really strong foundation for me and my brothers and sisters to follow through, and for what they've been through, they taught me values from a young age, and I think that's really helped me and held me in good stead to where I am now. It's really hard when you don't have a stable family, and you don't have a mum and dad to tell you to set some good values, teach you from a young age.
But the mothers would know the right from wrong. Are they not able to get that through to the kids?
I think they can. I think they can tell them from what's wrong and right, but they're not at home. They're at work. Most of them on Centrelink benefits, and for some of these kids, it's not enough to try and provide for a family of 6 or whatever. We've come to this country to better our lives, and I've seen it from firsthand from the work I do in the community. There's some really talented kids that have come through and played footy, but we can't get them to understand. If you keep committing crimes, if you keep engaging in bad behaviour, you're only gonna get yourself in trouble. Give yourself criminal records. What I've seen in the media is, they're being called monsters and all these names, which aren't really, it's as a young Sudanese kid, when you look at these names that are being hauled at you in the media, it sets a bad image of who you are.
And mind you, they're doing some pretty awful things, some of them.
I definitely agree. I'm not for one second. I'm trying to stand up and saying their behaviour is good behaviour. It's not. I'm totally with everyone that's frustrated. I'm frustrated myself, but I think we need to be able to put out positive images of African people, like Deng up in Sydney, who was a finalist of Australian of the Year. And this guy was a child soldier, came out here by himself, lived out of a car. Taught himself how to speak English, and now is a lawyer. I definitely think sport has can make a big difference. I think it's a vehicle to breaking down barriers. And in my case, when I started playing footy, I was one of the first people dark skinned to play footy. And at the time, when I was out in the field, I didn't feel any different from my teammates, or no one was picking on me because I was different. But yeah.
Did you feel you're picked on once you get off the field?
I did a few times. I've had a few incidents, but it didn't really stop me from doing what I loved or what I put my mind to. And at the moment at North Melbourne Football Club, we've got a program that's been for about 5 years now. It's called the Huddle. Yeah, it's a really community based program where it's an after school type of program where kids in the area can come and do their homework. We've got some school teachers or people at uni who give up their time and come and help these kids. We've seen it make a big difference. We haven't pitched haven't pictured them come play footy or anything like that. It's pretty much a community-based program trying to help these kids out who live in the flats, who can't afford a tutor or anything like that. So I think maybe programs like the Huddle, if different organisations want to adopt that model and roll it out into the community, I think something like that could work for these kids.
And we say all AFL footballers are role model, you particularly because of your background and because of the issues in the community. I mean, you go out there, the kids, the Sudanese kids must look up to you.
I don't feel the pressure anymore. I think
anymore. You used.
I mean, early days I did. I just didn't know how to take it. Being as an 18-year-old, and I wanted to feel like all the kids that were drafted with me. But now growing up, I'm 25. I think I owe it to my community, and a lot of these people, even the frustrated parents or everyone out there in the community, they don't have a voice. And I guess footy has given me that opportunity to be able to influence people in a positive way. So I think I owe it to my community to use my platform and hopefully make a difference.
What do we need? We need a conversation. We need some ideas. What do you say to these kids? If you're sitting down in a group of these kids, and some of them are on the edge, some of them are in a bit of trouble, but they're at risk. What do you say to them?
I mean, a kid as young as 11, they don't know what they're passionate about. So, I mean, it's just about stay at school. It's boring, but everyone has to do it. Just really be mindful of your choices. If you don't have anyone at home telling you what to do, then I guess you just got to, hopefully we have some programs in place in the future, or in the near future, I hope, can keep them engaged. I really hope we can break down some of the barriers, create some conversations around this area, because it's just, no one wants to take blame at the moment, but I think it's just not a Sudanese issue. I think it's a whole wider community, and if anyone wants to help, please do, because at the moment it's pretty bad.